Good morning and blessings from Bluffton, Hilton Head, South Carolina area. It's another beautiful morning this morning, and I wanted to just get on for a couple minutes and share with you some thoughts and an idea or two to help each one kind of get through today and through some of the days. I know that many of us are sheltered in place and we have to stay at home as much as possible. And with that being said, I know that there's a little bit of complacency. I've had some friends tell me that they've pretty much Netflix and ate about everything in their house and afraid that once they get done, they're going to be like 350 pounds or something. Or that if you've been like me, and I've done this, I'm on the couch and then all of a sudden an hour and a half later has passed and I'm like, what in the world have I just done? Kind of settling in, the unknowing of what's going on. And so, things that have helped me for sure is having an agenda and give myself a list of things to do or kind of a routine. My routine has been so far this morning and every morning that I've been off is I get up right away, I take a shower. I don't just come down and I drink my coffee and drink a gallon and a half of coffee and then realize that it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No, I generally am up early and I take my shower and get myself dressed right away. I don't have to do anything with the hair or put makeup on right now, so that's great. Um, but I get Toby out and we go for our morning walk, and then I come in and I have some quiet time, some study time, meditation time, while I'm enjoying my cup of coffee at that point. And so that routine has been very helpful for me, and I'm sure that everybody is finding some type of routine that works for them. Things that have helped as well is like moments of meditation for me, quieting myself down. I have to do that actually more often than I thought I would. I have a tendency to have a scattered brain a little bit. Want to think of doing about 20,000 things and do about half of them. And then wonder why I have a half mess here, half mess there, because I'm just going nonstop to keep myself busy. But then when I do settle down, it's like kind of like doing nothing. I just sit there and kind of become a little numb. And I think there's a lot of people that are feeling that right now. Feeling a little numb, a little kind of complacent. What's next? What do we do? And one meditation that I've done that I think is kind of fun. It's kind of silly too. And originally I was going to videotape myself actually doing it, but I didn't want to totally make everybody die with laughter because that's about what would happen. But what I did, and I wanted to share with you just to try, is it's a shaking meditation. Literally, that's what it's called, a shaking meditation. And what you do is instead of being in a seated spot, you stand with your feet hip width apart, and you take in a couple, 2 or 3 deep breaths. And you start with your feet, kind of moving your feet. Yeah, I'm sorry, I started to move, and that's why the phone started to move. But you move your feet, and you kind of start shaking them a little bit, and then you work from the bottom up, and you work all the way up to the top of your head, slowly shaking, like shaking the muscles of your calves and tensing and shaking up your thigh muscles, and then shaking your legs, and then moving it up into your stomach, and even if it's like pushing your tummy in and out, and your shoulders, shaking your shoulders, and your arms, shaking your arms, and your neck and your head, and just allowing that to go from the very bottom all the way up to the very top. And as you're doing it, thinking about shaking off the negative energies that's kind of like holding us back, the darkness, the anxieties, all that kind of negative gunk that kind of holds on to us, that complacency, and just shake it and breathe it out and shake it off, and like visualize shaking off all that complacency and just heavy junk that we have on our bodies. And as we shake it off and we breathe in gratitude and excitement, and visualize even light and energy going back into our system, kind of like filling our muscles and our joints and our ligaments and our skin with that lightness and that brightness and that energy and that warmth. And you can do it for a minute. You can do it for 5 minutes. If you probably get out of breath by doing that. But I mean, just doing that and just allowing kind of all that junk to fall off and breathe through it. And then again, like I said, when you breathe in gratitude, breathe in hope, breathe in goodness. So you're visualizing shaking off the junk and filling yourself up with the goodness. Guaranteed, you'll smile. And smile doing it. Smile as you're bringing in that light and energy. Smile and feel that warmth and that energy just kind of go through your whole system. And you'll feel amazing, I promise you. Just that couple minutes. Especially if you're finding yourself where you've been on the couch for an hour and a half and you've done absolutely nothing. Get up, give yourself a couple minutes of intention, and then a couple minutes of thankfulness as you shake it all off. And have fun with it. I know that this is a time that is very heavy and hard for so many people, including myself in some aspects. I don't know if I'm going to financially get unemployment or not. I don't know what's going to happen. And so I'm with many of you in this aspect. And so I just, I pray and I hope that we can find ways of joy, intentional joy, encouragement, and time that we can do a reset for ourselves. I love you. My prayers are with you. And I obviously walk with you on this journey of hope, of healing, of quiet time, of contentment. And I just pray that we will learn something new and we can change in a way that God would love for us to change as we go through this process. So try shaking it off today. Let me know how it goes, and I will definitely talk to you soon. Bye-bye.